Yes, it is. Welcome into another episode of the Only Bets podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Only Bets Pod. I am Kevin Monroe, joined again by a former bookie Vegas insider. We got Sig back on the program. What's going on, Sig?
Not too much. Thank you for the invite, as always. Just trying to make some money. Educated guesses.
Yes, sir. Gut instincts. And joining us again tonight as well, we got the still undefeated Michigan man. We got the basement dog. What's up, Blood?
Hey, what's up, boys? Good to be back again. Yeah, still undefeated, riding high.
Yep, big game this weekend, huh?
Told you before the season started, I was drinking all that Kool-Aid, and God, it tastes mighty fine right now. I'll tell you that. So yeah, I'm loving it right now. But yeah, big one coming up this weekend, so I'm excited to talk about that one. So it was a good week last week.
Was a good week. We got week 9 coming up. We'll hop into that in a few minutes here. Podcast numbers from last week. I don't know if we've done this before. All three of us above 500.
Hey, there we go.
Nice.
Might be the first time all season. I had myself. I was 9-7. Sig with a very impressive 12-5. And
ooh, Sig.
Borny coming in with a slightly more impressive 13-5. You guys just killing it last week.
13-5. I love it. See, I'm just gonna let you pick the games. I'll just rattle them off. The weeks before that one, I think I'm smarter than I am. But I'll just let you. This is all what gut handicapping is, you know.
Yes, sir.
Pick a game and let's go. 13-5. Damn.
Yeah. So normal season. I think last week kind of felt like what maybe some people would call an ugly slate. But here I was again checking scores. Got Penn State in a dogfight with Illinois. Kansas is shutting out Oklahoma at halftime. Cincinnati's getting everything they can from Navy, and it just turned out some fabulous games. Some surprising upsets.
If you talk about that Penn State-Illinois game, what do you guys think about the new overtime rules? I'm not a big fan. I don't know about you guys. It feels odd.
Trash.
Yeah, it's.
I like it.
Yeah.
You would.
Fucking
old school.
Give me a reason, Sig. Why do you like it?
Because for one, it speeds up the damn game.
They went to 9 of them. What are you talking about?
I know, but at least those 9 took the time it would have took to do 2 regular overtimes. So I like to see it, man. Somebody score. That's ridiculous. 9 is ridiculous, but I like it.
Okay, maybe it's speeded up, but like you can't switch the side of the field every time. That was insane watching that. Like they do 2 plays and then they go down the other side, then they go back to the other side. Like
that's ridiculous.
If you're trying to speed the game up, walking across the field is just enough. It's like 2 more plays, technically, if you think about it.
I just don't.
Yeah, that is true.
I just don't get. They go from one end of the spectrum to the other. Like there has to be some kind of middle ground. Like, okay, you can't kick field goals, or you have to go for 2 after every touchdown. But to just go straight penalty kick 2-point conversions, fucking whack. And if that somehow decides like a playoff game or a playoff spot, like I can't live with that. It's trash. It's college football. I know. Like you have people like Sig who complain about a 7 overtime game, but I think that's beautiful. Like I want as much college football as I can get, not fucking 2-point conversions with bad teams that can't even score a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, like you said, just do like 3 or 4 overtimes, and then just say, you have to go for like they used to do that. You had to go for 2 every time.
Just right off the bat, and then just go. If you score a touchdown, you have to go for 2. No field goals.
Yeah, like I think Danny said it. I've heard some other people say it, that it's probably Vegas was like, our overs are getting fucked in these overtimes.
Yeah, I've never seen it. That happened.
It makes sense.
There's a perfect example for Dan where he's like, oh, yeah, overtime with the over is going to hit. And it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, they're going by 2 every time. So hold your horses.
I don't think he got it either. I don't even know if he pushed. I think he was 2 points short.
Yeah, they missed too many.
Yeah. So, it definitely affects the over-under because I think there was the game a few years ago. It might have been the Texas-Oklahoma game where they scored like 20-some points in the overtime and it just crushed the over. So I'd say Vegas might have had a hand in that, honestly. It's a pretty good take.
It was the Texas A&M LSU game that kind of made them think about changing the rules. A 7 overtime game, but that's just an all-time classic. That game was an all-time classic. Why would you fuck with that?
Why would you change a rule that fun when people are only rooting? That's just fun rooting for that. You know, like who's saying like, oh, we need to shorten this up? I don't know. I guess we got one guy on the podcast, so
and
that's right.
It's
too much time.
It's
Come
not
on,
1995 anymore either, where like perfect example, Oregon and UCLA are. If you have just regular cable, yeah, you're waiting for that game to get over. Normally, I'd be pissed, but it's 2021. I just turn on the ESPN app and find the channel it's on. So I think it's fine.
No.
I don't know why you change it, but
I don't know. I like it. I like it.
by the way,
Just get down to it, man. Too much fiddle farting around.
that's fair.
You know, just play the game. Come on, somebody win.
I thought you were a football guy, Sig. I guess not. I don't know.
I am a football guy, but that other, I like it. I don't care what you guys say. I like it.
Okay, I respect it. Yeah, that was a good game. What do you think?
Well, it's just a bad loss by Penn State, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 25-point favorite.
Clifford's obviously still fucked up. He didn't do much, and he's not that great to begin with.
Yeah,
so.
well, exactly. And it kind of took away a little bit of the shine from this weekend with their matchup against Ohio State as well.
Yeah, that one's going to be bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So, yeah, I had Cincinnati and Navy. Navy gave them everything they could. I felt like 28 was pretty easy spread. I know we talked about it last week.
I think we were all on Navy, weren't we?
Well, I think I had Sig at Cincinnati.
Did you?
I had Cincinnati. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think we said they just controlled the game, and I don't know. It just felt like 28 for Navy's a shit ton.
Yeah, 28 is it's a ton.
Yeah. It was a good game. It would have been nice to see Cincinnati lose, but I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, and then
they don't belong there anyway.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to happen. We'll see. Obviously, Kansas up 10-0 at halftime against Oklahoma, and it's just one of those games you just know it's coming. At a certain point, Oklahoma, it's going to click. They're gonna, and they end up still winning by 14. So
yeah,
but it was fun for a half. It was fun for three quarters even.
I was on Oklahoma here. I thought they'd murder Kansas because it's just Kansas. But, I mean, it was a ton of points. I thought that new quarterback, but I don't know. I was working on Saturday, so I didn't get to see much of the game. I don't know if the first half they just played like shit or Kansas was just controlling the ball. I didn't really see what happened.
It's a little bit of both. I think they only had like 3 first half possessions. It was like a turnover and a couple punts. So
yeah. Kansas had the ball for 35 minutes to Oklahoma's 24. So they definitely just controlled the ball. So did you see the thing where Kansas opened up their stadium to anyone? If you're just around, you could just walk in with no tickets. Yeah, did you see that, Sig?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
They showed the time lapse of that, and at the beginning of the game, there was like 20 people in the stands, and by halftime, it was packed.
Yeah,
full.
and then they start losing the second they get fans in there.
Yeah, and then they start walking back out.
The best. Yeah, should have just rode with it.
That was good. Giving away tickets at Burger King, just like Miami.
Yeah, it's the best. I love it.
Speaking of Miami, they pull off a good cover against NC State. I really thought NC State was gonna cruise in that game. That's actually cost me some money that Saturday night.
Who was I on? Z, was I on Miami? I don't remember that one. Was I on?
I think we were all on the Wolfpack.
I think we're all on NC State.
Yeah.
I know that one cost me a lot of money too.
Yeah,
that was the last game of my 6-game parlay that I hit 5 games on.
Oh, it's always one.
Always one.
I know. After your bet, like, why did I throw one more in there? You just like, I got greedy.
Yeah, but that one, that's always the one that should be a lock too.
Always.
Yeah. No. Speaking of locks, Notre Dame might have been lock of the month. What are we calling that? Lock of the month against USC.
That was easy. That game was fucking boring over from the start, dude. Yeah. That was terrible.
I was pretty fucked up by that point. I was just smashing wings and, like I said, barely could even pay attention to the game. I just knew it was going to be a winner.
It just the game just didn't have the same feel as it normally does. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because USC's still trash, but that was the game Notre Dame was going to win at night. That was just too easy.
At night,
how about that Oklahoma State? Oklahoma State cover, boys. My lock of the week. Bet your 401k on come through.
Yeah. I think I said. I thought I would think Iowa State would cover. I knew for sure they'd win, but yes, what was it, 7 points? It closed at 7, so that was a good pick there, Sig. I thought Iowa State would win that game by 10, but nice cover.
Yeah, another big big October win for Matt Campbell. It is Brocktober, so.
It is Brocktober. That was a good game. Did you guys watch that game? That was a fun one.
I was separated. I was at a viewing party. Everybody was watching that game. I was inside, isolated by myself watching the Oregon game. So.
Zeman was sending snaps inside our buddy's house. He goes, if Oregon loses this game, his house is getting absolutely wrecked.
Yeah. They had a table full of just plants. I'm like, oh my God, if Oregon loses this game, I'm going to knock all these plants on the ground, just get soil everywhere.
That was when Oregon was down like 14-0 early.
It was 14-0. I'm like, holy shit, dude. They were pumping mimosas in me and shit. I'm like, this is not going to end well. But luckily they went on a 34-3 run and held on. So
yeah, that was a fun game. I listened to that. I listened to that game on the radio. I like Oregon's announcers are good. I like those guys. They're fun to listen to.
Yeah, the one guy's been doing it forever. He's seen some pretty good teams over the years. He's pretty good at it. He cracks
me up. He was losing his mind at the end of the second half there because the refereeing is just horrendous, and your coach Cristobal was fucking losing his shit.
All of them were.
Yeah, it was great, dude. The announcers were calling out the refs, and usually when that happens, it's bad. So it was good to. Must have been horrible watching it on TV. I can't imagine.
Pac-12 officials, man, every week you just face palm you just go, what the fuck am I watching here?
Yeah, and Oregon's been a few of those this year, especially against Stanford when they got fucking hosed there at the end of the game.
Yeah, that was a third game in a row. Defense is on the field trying to keep them from tying or. Trying to keep the other team from tying it or taking the lead. So I play Colorado this week. I'm hoping we get an actual good win, blow a team out like we should. So
yeah, absolutely.
Another sneaky good game, just entertainment wise, and I had to find it on CBS Sports Network. Wake Forest Army was just back and forth. Both teams hit the cover by themselves. 70 to 59 or something like that.
56, 59. Yeah, what the hell? I thought that was a basketball score. I thought, when did they start basketball already?
Over under a 52. Yeah, so they both hit the over by themselves. That's
wild. I've never seen a team have it looked like they were playing Madden. Like it was just four verts. The guy was wide open, and then Army would get the ball and bust a big run.
Here's a great.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, Z. No, sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
I just saw the possession. Wake Forest had the ball for 17 minutes. Army had the ball for 42 minutes. And Wake Forest scored 70 points. So it's 638 yards of offense. So what is that? I can't. Whatever the math is on that, it's crazy.
I'm telling you, it was 50-yard bombs every time. It was insane. Never seen anything like it. By the way, Wake Forest still undefeated. So all these people that say the ACC will not have a playoff team, let's show a little bit of respect because if they're undefeated, they win the ACC. Are they in?
No, hell no.
Why not? It's a Power 5 undefeated.
Ain't no way. There ain't no way.
That's just disrespectful.
Well, it is what it is, but there ain't no way. Wake Forest, are you kidding me? It's bad enough to even talk about Cincinnati. Wake Forest no. That's a fluke. There ain't no way. They'll take a 2-loss Alabama before they take undefeated Wake Forest.
I hope not. I'll be in the streets rioting if that happens.
Wake Forest is only at 13 in the AP poll, but we'll see what happens.
Show them some respect. I'm just saying, show them some respect. It's an undefeated Power 5.
Who's in the ACC?
No one.
Nobody.
Pitt's
a one-loss team. Pitt's a one-loss team.
Yeah, nice win over Clemson this week, even though Clemson's dog shit, but that was a good win.
That was also another big-time lock last week.
Yeah, that was
DJU finally got benched.
Yeah, I think we're all on Pittsburgh, honestly.
Yeah, it was too easy. I can't remember. Clemson and one other team have not scored over 20 points this season. 2 Power 5 teams, they're one of them, which is just...
That's crazy for Clemson, dude. Clemson is 0-7 against the spread this year. 0-7.
It's wild. They're 4-3.
Vegas doesn't know how to fucking they just don't know what to do with them. Side note here, Blackhawks fall in overtime. They are now 0-7 on the year, baby. 0-7.
Unbelievable.
Mitch Marner with the overtime winner. Gotta
Of course
love.
it was.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
Pain. We're just gonna keep tanking and hopefully get that number 1 pick. Apparently,
Yeah,
God
he's
damn.
Come
he's
on.
allegedly supposed to be like the next Crosby. Like he's
Is it
really good.
Is
It's
it
like-
Knight? I can't think.
It's Ryan
I can't think of his
something, I
name.
think.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be a stud. We'll see. But here's a fun fact: if the Blackhawks don't get the first or second pick, I can't remember. Every pick after that goes to Columbus because they traded for Seth Jones. So if they don't get the first pick or second pick, they lose the third, fourth, so on. So they better fucking keep tanking and get that lottery spot. Because,
Wow, that's brutal.
Like, yeah, that's
That is brutal.
all that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah,
If it gets-
quick. Sorry,
If it gets bad enough, do you deal Taves or Kane?
they've been saying that for like 2 years now. I don't think they're gonna at this point. I mean, the Blackhawks did just fire their GM, so we'll see what happens. I mean, those guys are still in their prime. You could probably get a lot back for them, but right at this point, it's not looking good. But sorry, I just had a rant on that. I just saw the score pop up. So
Yeah, they didn't even start Fleury tonight.
now he's been struggling. I mean, I can't even say he's been struggling. The team just stinks. The defense is trash. So it is what it is.
How do they not win games? They got fantastic players.
Their
They
defense.
truly have good players.
They play too soft. Their defense is weak. They just, I don't know. They try to play like a run and gun kind of style, and they just give it up too many goals, and they just haven't been scoring like they normally are. So that's why they're too soft. We had our first lead of the year after 6 games tonight. So hey, progress, boys.
I know that was a good thing.
Yeah.
I did see that. Yeah,
Anyways, back to football. Sorry, I had to vent on that one a little bit.
I appreciate you crushing my dreams on that money line on Chicago too.
Hey, I've been saying it since Game 3. Sick. They're not going to lose 4 in a row. They ain't losing 5. I guess we're going for. They ain't losing 8 in a row.
Yeah.
Whenever
No,
they play
I
next.
hear ya.
Yeah.
I can attest.
It's like
Yeah,
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was quitting smoking when cigarettes hit $5 a pack too. Now they're up to $8.20.
It's like when you see black hit like 9 times in a row in roulette. Like it's just going to hit red eventually. I mean,
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a guarantee.
yeah. Yeah, another fun game, which I shouldn't say fun, or I guess not. I don't know who we are, but Wisconsin smashed Purdue. That was a classic Purdue letdown spot, wasn't it?
Pretty.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely.
After a big win in Iowa, and they just come out. I figured Wisconsin's defense would. I think this was your nap game of the week, was it, Z?
I believe so, yeah.
I think it was your Big Ten or snooze fest of the week, which you're not wrong.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And then Michigan, big cover against Northwestern.
yeah, that was nice to see. They the first half they came out kind of flat, which I was kind of worried about. Coming off a bye and a big win at home, I kind of thought they'd come out kind of flat, but they figured out the second half. They look good. Both running backs had over 100 yards, and I think both those guys are going to get to 1,000 yards this year, which is crazy.
Yeah, they did look a little. They looked a little flat coming out, and I was like, "Oh man, this might not be good." But they did. Second half was night and day.
Yeah, they definitely had the feel of you better figure this out in a hurry, because if they would have got stopped in the first drive of the second half, I think they would have been in trouble. But now they came out and scored quick, and I don't know, they covered another spread, and it's good to see them. Big matchup coming this week, and we'll get to. But I'm excited about my Wolverines. They're definitely got me all in this year. So yeah, they're definitely not a team that is coming out flat and then finishes the game flat. They've been trying to figure it out, and they got good defense and 2 stud running backs. So it's good to see. Still worries about.
What's the old?
They can't throw the football, which is kind of nerve wracking still. But
Yeah, that is. It's got to be nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the old cliche: good teams win, great teams cover.
and they're kind of both right now. So hey, we'll take what it is.
So I don't want to toot my own horn, but I did have a 50-unit weekend last weekend.
50. Yeah, Z was texting us on like Sunday night, and I think he's been holding in all weekend. He's so excited to tell us. He goes, I get it though. It's a man doesn't want to fuck up his streak.
Yeah.
Like, I just had the best weekend of all time.
Dude, I was unconscious last weekend.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me five free bets. Like I'm gonna make money.
Yeah, that's the best.
Couldn't miss. I mean that Michael Pittman touchdown Sunday night with like 3 minutes left in the rain. He like stumbles and somehow stays in. I had him touchdown and the Colts with the upset. It was like plus 545. That was a nice payout to end the weekend. So if it feels nice to actually have a weekend like that, I haven't had one of those in a while.
Yeah, I had a few bets this week. I kind of tamed it down. I don't know. I've been getting just beat up, so I chilled out this weekend. But once the bets, Danny finally cooled off, so it's good to see the Earth is coming back into place.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that kid was on a fucking one of the most ridiculous runs.
All props too. It wasn't like he's taking
all
spreads.
props.
It's all props.
No, he doesn't hit a spread very often.
No.
It's always props. Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's the most obscure props you can think of, and it's just like, what? How did you even find this, and how is this going to hit within like 3 seconds of the game starting?
I shouldn't say he doesn't hit a line. He's a big live better. That's all he lives on is live betting. Mm-hmm. Which whatever.
He'll live bet the same spread like 6 times.
Yeah, I know he's good. Bama, Tennessee. Did Bama cover? They did. Yeah, they did cover. I think
it was close for most of the game, and then they just pulled away.
Yeah, 52-24 the final. I think I was definitely on Bama.
Yeah, we were all on Bama.
Sure. Yeah, I figured they'd murder Tennessee. That was just classic game. Bama just does what they do. They're kind of rolling again. So
another lock.
The other game
another lock I had. Texas A&M 44-0 against South Carolina. That was
we were all on.
Yeah,
I think we were all on Texas A&M.
We were, yeah.
Yeah, and another one I was in love with on one lock. I think Ohio State. They just fucking murdered.
Yeah, Ohio State as well.
Yeah, that was an easy one. 54-7 Indiana.
Yes.
Ohio State's scary good again. They're rolling.
Yeah, they are rolling. It seemed like besides the NC State game, that nightcap was very good to us last week. So
yeah, it was.
Yeah. Sig, what about you? Do you have good weekend units wise? Or?
I did actually. I tried to stay away from the games that I was iffy on and just cut back. I went more for quality than quantity this weekend, and it actually paid off. Oregon State, man, I'm all over the old wood chompers.
Yeah, that was a good call as well. I think I was on the opposite side of that, so I was on Utah.
Yeah. So there was a few. Like I said, I went for more quality than quantity this weekend or last weekend. I'm sorry, and it paid off. So I'm going to try and stick with that this coming weekend. Also,
I like it. A little tease. They call that a tease in the business.
Is that right?
No, I was kind of the same way. Just kind of picked my spots last week. I don't want to jinx anything, but I am 2-0 on reverse jinxes this season. I was on UCLA on the podcast. So Oregon real life money line. So
Zeman, did you win? Sorry, I forgot to ask you, Zeman. Did you win your number pick? Number?
I did win a number. Yes, that's how I knew I was going to have a good weekend.
Did you win it? You picked the number?
I did pick the number. There's another podcast. I'm not going to give them a free ad, but they draw a lotto ball at the end, and I did guess the number on Thursday night, and that was just a sign. I'm like, this is going to be a good-ass weekend, and it was a great-ass weekend. So
I know. I'm 2-0. I picked the number twice, and I'm 2-0 every time I pick my next pick. So, it's a stat you just don't see on the internet,
Yeah, it's one of those things. You just feel it down your plums.
Well, should we get into this week's slate, boys?
Let's do it. Got some big time matchups this week. I don't know. I don't have anything Thursday, Friday. You guys have anything?
No.
Maybe Navy Tulsa on Friday night. Maybe Tulsa's favored by -11 against Navy. I think I like Tulsa in this game. I think Navy coming off a good battle with Cincinnati. I think Tulsa gets it done. I don't know. That's the only game I can see. So.
What's the Navy against the spread this yeyear?
3-4. They are 4-3, and Tulsa is 3-4.
Thought they were above water.
Yeah, about right there. So,
you want me? Is that like an official pick, or is that just
That's just no. Okay, no. I was just throwing it out there.
All right, let's get it started. So, start off 11 a.m. Big time matchup in the Big Ten West. We got Iowa going to Wisconsin. Wisconsin favored by 3.5. And one of the most ridiculous totals I've ever seen, 36.5 over under.
Is it really 36?
36.5.
Jesus. Zig, you want to start us off?
I am going to go with Iowa. 3.5 point dogs. This is going to be my parlay of the day. We're going to go with Iowa, and we're going the over. And the score is going to be 23 Iowa, 16 Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think I like Iowa here. It just seems like they had a rough game against Purdue. I don't know. I think that was just a letdown spot. Going into Wisconsin, I don't know.
Bye week. Coming off a bye week.
It is a bye week. Fuck, this is a tough one. I still think Iowa's a good team. It opened at 3. It's at 3.5 now. So people are obviously betting Iowa. Give me Iowa, and you just have to take the over here on principle. I mean, that's just horrible. 37 points. You got to be shitting me. So give me Iowa. I think they're still a good team. And, and Wisconsin doesn't have a bad offense, so give me Iowa. I think there's some turnovers here on defense.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely going to be an ugly game. It'll be the old slobber knocker, as they used to say in the old days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a rock fight. I am opposite of you guys. I'm going to take Wisconsin at home. Both offenses are bad, but I'm going to go with the home field advantage, and I actually kind of like the under. I'm not going to lie.
What?
It's going to be a rock fight. I'm not going to take the under outright. I will wait I'm going to live bet it. If the over creeps above 40, I'm going to hammer the under. So I don't think they reach 40, but spread wise, I'm going to take Wisconsin at home.
All right.
I like it. Disagreeing right off the bat. I love it.
All right. So head to the ACC. We got Miami going to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh getting -9 at home, over under 62.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh on this one. I am not a fan of Miami in any way, shape, or form, and I have no confidence in them when they play anybody. Pittsburgh is playing well. They're playing at home, and I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I like Pittsburgh here as well. I think they crushed Miami. I do not trust Miami at all. I do not like Miami. Give me Pittsburgh at home. I wouldn't call it a lock, but I'd call it very comfortable. I'd easily feel comfortable about taking Pittsburgh on this one.
So not quite a sweater, but you're definitely putting some long sleeves on.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little cozy. Definitely a little cozy here, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I don't trust Miami at all, even though they coming off a big win. Pittsburgh's a decent team. I mean, I know we talked a little bit about Wake Forest and the ACC, but they put up some points. Pickett's a very good quarterback, so give me Pittsburgh at home.
I like it.
All right. Let's go back to the Big Ten. I got Purdue going to Nebraska. Nebraska, this one's crept up a little bit. They're at currently at -7.5 at home. Purdue coming off the tough loss last week, letdown spot. Nebraska coming off the tough loss to Minnesota. And a bye. Coming off a bye.
Yeah, coming off a bye week. I don't know. Nebraska has just literally fucked me every single time. I bet that they wouldn't cover. They covered. Then I went that they would cover, and they didn't cover. So,
yeah.
But I can't. It's very hard for me to put money on Purdue anytime ever. So I'm gonna take Nebraska at home, 7.5, reluctantly, very reluctantly.
Yeah, this is I'm with you. So this is a weird game. I don't know what to expect from these two fucking teams. You got Nebraska, who's lost to Michigan, then they go at Minnesota and lose by 7. They just look terrible in that game. And then they got Purdue coming to town. Then you got Purdue beating Iowa, then losing to fucking Wisconsin. So it's a hard game to pick. I would say just give me, what's the line on it? Sorry.
7.5.
Yeah, that's a lot of points for Nebraska to be favored. If this was like 6, maybe I'll take that. But just give me Purdue. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, give me Purdue. Nebraska has Ohio State next weekend. Maybe they're looking forward to that at home, big game. So give me Purdue. I think they figured out, and it's I think it's Fade Frost season again. Z.
Yeah, I absolutely fucking hate this game.
Yeah,
I'm with you though. 7.5 just seems like a lot. Nebraska just finds the most creative ways to give games away. I think this is a bounce back game. I think Braum is a way better coach than Frost. I think they keep it close. So give me Purdue. -7.5. Just I hate that number. So again, reluctantly, I think it is Fade Frost season. I'm gonna go the Boilermakers.
you know what that means, everyone. Fade Frosty, since they will cover. So.
Yeah, probably easily.
Yep.
All right, we're just kind of bouncing around here. Let's go back to the ACC. We got Duke going to undefeated Wake Forest. Wake Forest -16.5. I'm going to take Wake Forest. I think they absolutely blow out Duke. This is my first sweater bet of the week. I'm on the Demon Deacons heavy. Love the number.
Yeah, give me Duke as well. Or excuse me, Duke. Give me Wake Forest as well. Like you said, they're just rolling at home. Duke's not a good team. They've just got embarrassed by Virginia last week, 4-8-0. Got close one to Georgia Tech the week before and got murdered by North Carolina the week before that. So I like Wake Forest here to keep it rolling at home. Duke's season's over, and Wake Forest has a lot to play for. If they murder Duke this weekend, maybe they'll start getting a little more love in the polls. So give me Wake here.
I'm going to agree with that. Wake Forest at home, 16 points is, I think, should be a pretty easy cover. Duke, again, they're out there in those basketball shorts. They don't even have pads on, dude. I just feel sorry for them out there. So I'm going to take Wake Forest.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to put that on the slate until I saw the number. I'm like, I figured that'd be 21 plus, but if you're going to give me 16.5, I'm going to take that all day.
Yeah. Money's coming in on Wake. The opened at 16.5, so it's up to 17 now. So it's definitely people are betting Wake Forest here. So.
Yeah, take it early then. We're gonna stick in the ACC. We got Florida State, who have won 3 in a row, going to Clemson. Clemson somehow they're like the Kansas City Chiefs of college football. They're getting 9. They're laying 9.5 at home. This is my upset special of the week. I'm taking Florida State plus 9.5, and I'm taking a money line.
Whoa!
Really taking Florida State? You're gonna really? Dude, this game's disgusting. I don't have a good read on this game at all. It's just horrible. They played UMass, North Carolina, and Syracuse their last 3. Syracuse looks okay. Maybe that was a decent win, but North Carolina, but they just seem to beat them.
That's a great win.
Yeah, and they got UMass, so maybe they're starting to figure it out. So I don't mind the pick. Clemson seems to just be in fucking, I don't know, cruise control going 55. Who knows what's going to show up every week. Beat by Pitt.
Quarterback controversy going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a lot of points for a team that doesn't really know what they are or identity. It's kind of gross to bet Florida State here, but if I had to do it, just give me Florida State, I guess. I mean, I don't feel good about it. Not at all.
I'm going to take Clemson at home on this one.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why, just a gut feeling.
Here's how it breaks down to me. They haven't scored 20. So 10-point cover would be 17-7. I just don't see that happening. So
yeah, at Florida State, yeah, like you're right. They have been playing a little bit better. So maybe they're finding a little of identity down there, and Clemson has none. So, but it is at home. Who knows?
What did you call this? Disgusting is
it's just disgusting.
I think that's a very good word. I'd agree with that.
Disgusting.
Very much so.
It's just gross. Yep.
You feel dirty putting money on either one.
You do. You just don't. It's like Nebraska and Purdue. You don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They just want a shower.
Yeah, it's just gross. It's one of those games you bet and just check 5 hours later.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm not watching the game. There's no way this is taking up spot on a TV.
No, not at all.
All right. Interesting game here that I didn't know. Again, this BYU schedule is kind of crazy. Virginia going to Mormon land. BYU -3 at home.
I'm going to sit this one out. I don't like Virginia. BYU, every time I bet on them, against them, they screw me. I'm out on this one. I've already placed 2 dirty bets in a row, and I can't take another one.
Yeah, this is I think BYU is a lock for me. Z night game at BYU. Virginia going all the way across the country. BYU just came off I can't remember who they beat last week. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But yeah, I like BYU at home. 2.5 is a good number for me. They just beat Georgia Tech. But yeah, give me BYU here, Z. I like it.
Yeah, I like
lock it up.
Yeah,
it's a lock for me.
I got you down. Putting the sweater on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like BYU as well. I don't trust Virginia, like you said, going out to Provost at night. Just feels like this is a game BYU wins comfortably. So
yeah, it's a odd matchup, isn't it? Virginia BYU, or is that just me?
No, it's very odd. I mean, you go BYU going to Baylor. I didn't know they played, and then I was looking at the slate this week. Got Virginia going to Virginia playing them. So they're just finding they're not scared. They'll play whatever the fuck they want, I guess.
They will. I do like that about BYU. I wish college football would do like. I don't know. Someone was saying this, like, I don't know where, but like if like these, like, like these like Cincinnati's or like Coastal Carolinas, like at the end of the year they just pencil in a week where those two like play each other to see which one's good.
Yeah.
Kind of a good idea. I like that.
Well, I think
if teams like that.
Yeah, well, I think if Cincinnati goes undefeated, doesn't get in the playoff, that's almost where you almost have to have 2 separate playoffs then.
Yeah, I know.
The group of 5 needs their own if they get stiff. So
I hope we get to 12 sooner than later. But then 12 is going to cause when do we go to fucking 24 or whatever it is. But bigger playoff, it's coming. It'll be there soon enough.
All right, we got side to the Big 12. We got a big game. We got Texas going to SIG's Baylor Bears. Baylor -3 at home. SIG, how you feeling?
I love it. I am all over this. Baylor, they play at home with the messed up uniforms that aren't really Nike uniforms. One shade off. I love Baylor. I've been on that train all year, and I'm going to stay on that train, man. -3 at home, and I'm going to take the over on this. 61.5 is the over-under. It's going to be 33-30 Baylor, and they're going to cover. So it'd actually be 33-29 if you want. But so Baylor at home -3, and I'm all over the over on this one. Baylor is going to continue to make me money.
We got a double SIG here. We got a double barrel SIG here. He got his double parlays. I love it. God damn it. Yeah, give me Baylor. I think I like Baylor here too, SIG. I'm with you on this one. Texas just coming off a couple bad losses, or not just say bad losses, but tough losses. Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Is that Oklahoma State? Yeah, they are coming. Texas is coming off a bye though, so maybe there's that. And so is Baylor. They're both coming off byes. Interesting. So probably might be a sloppy first half, maybe a first half under or something like that. Maybe a good play. So give me Baylor. I think Baylor figures it out. 3.5. Opened up at 2.5, so money's coming in on Baylor. So give me Baylor at 3.5, I guess. Kind of a gross number.
Yeah, it feels like a game that Texas wins, but after watching them collapse the last few weeks, I guess I'm going to take Baylor as well. Clean sweep on this one. Baylor at home just seems like a different team. And I think Sig and I talked about it. Their jerseys they're just like a shade off. It's like when your mom goes to Marshall's and brings home like a knockoff jersey. It's not quite Oregon quality, and the kids at school can tell, but you still have to wear it because like you don't have any other options. So yeah, I'm gonna take Baylor.
I love it. It's we'll see if they can stop Wandell Robinson, or no, excuse me, not Robin. Bijan Robinson. Yeah, Bijan.
Yeah.
I think they got decent defense, so he's so fun to watch. So this might be a fun game, but yeah, just give me Baylor.
Yeah,
Baylor at home.
He's an absolute freak, and I think he can't go to the NFL for another year, so he's coming back next year. He's going to be.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I think he can go. Can he?
I'm pretty sure he still has one more year.
Okay,
he's going to be a force to be reckoned with next season. All right, let's keep it in the Big 12. We got Iowa State coming off a huge win last week. They go to West Virginia, and West Virginia home dog. They're getting 7.
I'm going to get on the Iowa State bandwagon this week. They did win last weekend against Oklahoma State. They did not cover. So, what is it, Brocktober?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I'll jump on to Brocktober for 1 week. I think they're going to – I'm going to take Iowa State on the road -7.
Give me West Virginia here at home. Not a sweater bet, but I feel very comfortable picking West Virginia. It is Brocktober, but they're also on the road. Brocktober only applies to home games at night specifically, or big games. Okay, this is not Brocktober. It's basically November. It's Halloween weekend. Give me West Virginia. It's going to be weird there this weekend. 7 points or 7.5 at home is too much. West Virginia has played better than you think. They lost some games, close ones. Close loss to Oklahoma and Texas Tech. Baylor kind of embarrassed them, but good win against TCU last week at TCU. And Iowa State coming off a big emotional win against Oklahoma State. Too many points at home. Give me West Virginia. Maybe a Monday line play, honestly. This seems like a game Iowa State will lose.
That's a very good breakdown right there.
Nice.
Yeah, this just feels like I think Iowa State, they can still make the Big 12 championship coming off a big win. So I wrote them off, but I'm going to have to take the Sykes this week. I think they get it done. I think it just seems like Matt Campbell, he needs a little bit of doubt. They need some doubters, so they lost a couple games, and now they're trying to get back to where they want to go. So give me the Sykes, -7.
Yeah, I'm not saying they might lose, but I think West Virginia's going to be in this game. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Over under 47.5 seems kind of low. I don't think these defenses are that good, are they?
No. I didn't know. I guess I didn't notice it was that low.
It feels like West Virginia, every game they have a very low total, and I think they just one of those teams, they just make it an ugly game. We'll see. It's a weird number. I definitely wouldn't touch that one.
It is. I'm a little bit intrigued by that number, to be honest with you. I'm thinking the over on that. I might throw a few pennies at the over on that one.
All right, let's head out to the Pac-12 for a little bit. We got Oregon State coming off a huge upset last week. They go to a very dog shit Cal team. Oregon State favored by -1.5. Absolutely love the Beavers here. Love the number. Cal's not a very good team, but I don't think Oregon State's that good, but they're definitely better. So give me the Beavs. They kind of righted the ship last week, so
I agree with this one. I love this game. I love this number. I'm a ride the old wood chompers on this one. They've been treating me well, just like Baylor has, and I'm gonna stay all over it. I love this number 1.5. I'm taking Oregon State on this one.
Yeah. Give me Oregon State here. I'll take the Beavs. I think it's a clean sweep of the Beavs. It seems like it's a good number to bet on Oregon State, excuse me. Cal, he says he is, nice win against Buffalo, Colorado, but Colorado stinks. So give me Oregon State. Nice win against Utah. Lost to USC, but not USC, but Washington State. Yeah, give me Oregon State. Might as well. I don't have a big read on this game, so whatever. Give me them.
They've been covering, man. I like them because they've been covering.
Yeah, 5-2 against the spread. That is a nice number. So they got a pretty decent defense with Cal's offense sucks. So I think they'll keep it within striking distance to cover that easily. Whoever wins this game is going to cover, obviously.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, keep it in the Pac-12. I don't know if you guys have a pick for this or not. This is just one that was too good to pass up. Washington going to Stanford. Stanford -2. This is a sweater bet for me. Take the Cardinals. They own Washington the last few years. Washington is trash. Almost got beat by Arizona. There's something about Washington that gets David Shaw. He goes in the game fully erect, and I don't know if it's just because Washington tries to be like Stanford, and he's like, bro, you can't be Stanford. We're Stanford. So this is a typical Stanford game. They're just going to pound the rock against that dog shit Husky defense. And this is a sweater bet for me. Stanford all day. -2. Love the number.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know a lot about these teams. I'm not the Pac-12 guy. If you say you like Stanford, I'll go with you on this one. I'll go with Stanford also.
I'll tell you what. This is how confident I am in Stanford -2. If Washington wins, I will retire from the show.
Oh well.
Whoa.
Wow. We got a retirement game. We have a retirement game officially.
Retirement, wow.
All right, this will get you to tune in. Got an early kickoff at 9:30 Central Time, so stay up to see if he makes a retirement. So, yeah, this is a late one, folks.
You're not wrong.
This is a late one.
You're gonna have to, if you don't have Pac-12 Network, which I'm gonna assume most people don't, you're gonna have to call around to about 50 different bars until you find one that does.
Yeah.
So,
yep. No, I like Stanford here too. Washington stinks. They are 1-6 against the spread this year. They're bad. They're not going to. They're just broken. They're just a broken team. They just don't know who they are. What's going on? Stanford night game at Stanford. Obviously, they beat Oregon this year. Decent win, sorry Z, but they have lost their last two. But I think this is a game they right to ship. Give me the Cardinal.
Sig, you got anything? You abstaining? You taking Stanford?
No, I took Stanford.
Yeah, he took Stanford.
I'm going with you. I'm riding that. I'm riding that.
All right. Might as well just finish it up in the Pac-12. I got Colorado going to Oregon. Oregon -24. Smart money would be Colorado +24. Oregon hasn't covered a spread outside UCLA. I don't know how. Should have blown out to Arizona, didn't do it. Should have blown out Stanford, didn't do it. Should have blown out Cal, didn't do it. So I don't see how that changes against Colorado. So smart money's on Colorado. I'm going to abstain from this one. But I don't know if you guys have an opinion on the game or not.
This is just another disgusting game. Like, who do you bet on this? Well, like, both teams, like, even the Oregon's offense, you've been watching, saying all year, they're like, should be better, and they're not. They're just like, it's got to be like pulling teeth. Like, it's like your quarterback.
It's every game.
Your quarterback's so up and down, too. It's kind of like Michigan. You just don't know what to expect every week. And Colorado is obviously terrible. Like, I think Oregon will score like 40-some points, and I think Oregon might have a good enough defense to keep them within like 10 to 14 points. I mean, because Colorado's offense sucks. I mean, they're one of the worst. They're 102nd overall. So I think Oregon, if they can put up points and move the ball, I think they can cover. But this is just 24 is a lot of points for an Oregon team that's kind of been underperforming offensively.
Yeah, underperforming offensively. That's an understatement of the century. They should destroy Colorado. They should destroy. Of course, they should have destroyed the teams that you said. So I'm going to go with Oregon, and I'm going to say that they're going to cover that 24.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Again, it just a gut feeling that I think they're going to maybe play to the half-ass to their potential. It does help that Colorado is such a terrible team. So, maybe just playing such a terrible team. But again, last week, what did we say last week? They play to the level of their competition.
Yep.
So that is a lot of points. I would love to see that down around 17, but that's not going to happen. I'm gonna go with Oregon, and I'm gonna say they're going to cover reluctantly, but I would like to see that at 17.
Interesting. All right, you guys have any other games, any hidden gems where we get into the big matchups?
Maybe I don't know. Was this? I don't know if it's considered a good game. Kentucky, Mississippi State. I don't know if you had this one.
I did have that on my slate. I wasn't sure if we wanted to keep venturing into the weeds, but it's been a sickly show. So let's fucking do it. This is just it's an ugly slate show.
I like Kentucky here. I think. I don't know. I think they have a tough loss against Georgia, but I mean they put up the most points any team has all year against Georgia. I mean they scored the first team I think all year who scored a touchdown on their first string offense or something crazy like that. So give me Kentucky. But it is a night game in Mississippi State, so the place could be rocking. It's only 1 point. It's just a pick 'em game essentially. So I think Kentucky will win this game. I like their offense. I think Kentucky gets it done here. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is kind of a pick 'em game. I'm going to take Kentucky on this one also. They've been playing pretty good. I just like them on this game. I don't know why.
think this
Gut
is
feeling.
I think this is a good over game. Over under only 47, a night game in the SEC. You got, Mississippi State, Kentucky, that both got some good offenses, got some good weapons. So I think this is a good over game.
Yeah, good call. I didn't notice that one, but I would agree with you on that one. That is a good call.
Yeah, this is just I think this is like a 30 to 28 game or something on a Saturday night.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm on the other side than you guys. I like Mississippi State at home against bad teams. They score a lot of points. Kentucky can't really throw the ball unless Wan'Dale Robinson breaks a big one. They run the ball. So I think Mississippi State gets some big passing plays with Will Rogers. I think they jump out to an early lead, and Kentucky has to try to play catch up. So give me Mississippi State at home, a little bit more cowbell.
Nice. I like it. Yeah. Oh, one more game, Z, before we get into it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had this one. It's a lock for me. I'm locking up Notre Dame again this week. They have North Carolina at home, another night game for Notre Dame. Notre Dame's 3.5. Give me Notre Dame. They're going to smash North Carolina at home at night. Another lock. You just don't bet against Notre Dame at night. And North Carolina's not that good. So another lock for me is Notre Dame.
Sig?
Yeah, I'll go with that one. That was not on my slate, but I guess I missed that one. No, I like that number. I like it. Notre Dame at home. I like Notre Dame at home at night. All good points. And I'll jump on that bandwagon also.
I think Notre Dame did lose their stud safety. I think he might be out for the year. Definitely out in this game. So that kind of stinks, but I think they're still enough good enough team where they're going to smash North Carolina. So.
This feels like a trap game. It feels like North Carolina is going to win this out of left field. But I haven't seen enough from them. I mean, they've lost some really bad games they shouldn't have. So it's hard to pick against Notre Dame right now at night. I would not be surprised if North Carolina somehow surprised and won this game. But when I'm talking with my money, it's got to be on Notre Dame. So I'm with you guys. Give me the Irish at home at night.
I like it.
All right. Got some pretty good marquee games. One of them in the SEC, we got Ole Miss going to Auburn. Auburn -3 at home. This feels, I don't know about you guys, this feels like an absolute coin flip to me. I'm not sure what side I'm on right now. I hate taking Auburn. I can't trust Bo Nix, but they've looked pretty good the last few weeks. Obviously, you have Ole Miss. They have had just an absolute gauntlet the last 4 weeks. This is like 5 weeks in a row where their defense is going to be out on the field for 80-plus plays. So give me Auburn at home. I don't feel great about it, but I just wonder how much gas Ole Miss still has left in the tank. I think Auburn's coming off a bye as well. So give me the Tigers.
I'm going to disagree with you on this one. I'm going with Ole Miss, and I am going a lock on this one is the under 66. So Ole Miss under 66.
Oh, yeah, this is a tough game. Opened up at 2. It's up to 2.5, so people are betting Auburn a little bit here. I don't know. Auburn they are coming off a bye too, Z. So, God, this is a tough game. Maybe give me Mississippi State. Give me Ole Miss. I think Lane Kiffin comes in there and gets it done. I hate betting Auburn. They're kind of another gross team. You don't know what to expect. Bo Nix is still their quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Is he still their quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Mississippi State or Mississippi Ole Miss for sure. Bo Nix is still the quarterback, confirmed on the podcast. So yeah, give me Ole Miss.
All right. It should be an interesting game. Yeah,
it's a tough one. I don't have a good read on it.
It was a coin flip in my brain all day. I was on Ole Miss for a little bit, but it's hard to not to take the home team this season. So I'm just going to go Auburn off the bye. Sticking in the SEC, we got Georgia, Florida, in Jacksonville. Big time rivalry game. Georgia's got the best of them, I think, the last 3 or 4 years. Another spread. I was very surprised that Georgia only favored by 14. What do you guys think on this one?
I love this number. I love Georgia. minus 14. I'm going to take that. Georgia's the real deal. They're going to run it out to the end of the season undefeated. They're going to be playing for a national championship, and the only way that happens is by beating Florida this weekend. They're going to beat Florida, and they're going to cover the 14 points. I love this number.
Oh, fuck. I want to say Georgia. I don't know if Florida's obviously going to score much, but I know Florida did cover that big spread, or it was about the same spread against Bama earlier in the season. They seem to play a little better at home against bigger games, so maybe they cover here against Georgia. They get up for this game. But money is coming down to Florida. I want to take Georgia. I do. Just give me Georgia. I think they're going to score, and their defense is so legit. I think if they get some good scores, and I think their Florida's quarterback, whoever it is, I don't know whose name right now, I think they're just going to throw some turnovers, throw some picks. This Georgia defense is legit.
I think they switched from their quarterback who started the year. I can't remember his name. They definitely had a quarterback switch, though. Yeah,
so I just think Georgia will get some turnovers. This is what they do. It is a lot of points on the road, but I think Georgia gets it done here.
Yeah, this one, part of me feels like take Georgia. They're just going to absolutely steamroll Florida. I saw a crazy stat. Florida gave up, 49 points to LSU. Georgia's given up 46 points the entire season, which is just wild. The only thing that concerns me here is if it is a rivalry game, if Florida can somehow keep it close, you do still have Stetson Bennett, the backup for Georgia. Can he make throws when he has to, extend a drive, or, when they need a score, they need a big third down? That's the only thing that concerns me. But it's so hard to pick against Georgia. So I'm going to take the Bulldogs. If it creeps up to like 15 and a half, I might take Florida. But sitting at 14, I love the number. So, give me the Bulldogs.
I think this weekend is one of those weekends that you really need to watch the numbers, and because there's a lot of games that the bets are not confident bets just based on the numbers. And I think sticking close to your phone as time gets closer to the game might be worth a little bit of effort before you place the actual bet, just to see if those numbers go one way or the other.
Yeah, I agree with that. It also feels like it's one of those weeks where you bet the number, not the team as well. Or if a number's too good to pass up, even if it's going against, your gut instinct, especially in some of these rivalry games, you might just take the number. So I agree with that.
No, I agree. That's a good point. Yeah,
as the games get closer, that's why I think if you're feeling good about a number right now, like, if it's minus 2.5 or, minus 6.5, you lock the number in early in the week. But I agree with that.
Correct.
Let's see what else I got on the slate here. I think that about does it. We got a big one in East Lansing, Michigan. We got undefeated Michigan State, undefeated Michigan, Jim Harbaugh, Mel Tucker, Michigan State 4-point home dogs. The Michigan man. Break it down for us. How are we feeling this weekend?
Oh, fuck. I don't know, man. I feel it's Harbaugh on the road when he's, they are favored. It just seems like they've been proving me wrong all year. They have been winning. They are 6-1 against the spread, but so is Michigan State. Both teams this year overperformed more than anyone expected. I mean, crazy.
Obviously, Michigan State preseason, their win total over under was 4. So they've already covered that.
Crazy. Yeah, obviously their stud running back. What's his name? Kenneth Walker, I believe is his name. He's a stud, and Michigan's got 2 stud running backs too. Blake Corum and Haskins are both top running backs in the country. Blake Corum, maybe one of the best running backs in the Big Ten, or if not the nation. It's just a freak. It's just what Michigan's going to come out. If they come out flat, if they come out flat in Michigan State, but I think Michigan's going to be able to dominate and run the ball over Michigan State. Michigan State's defense is, not super good. I don't think they've seen a running game like this all year. So Michigan still can't throw the ball, which kind of makes me nervous, but I don't think another game I don't think they'll have to, honestly. I think they just can run the ball. I mean, these running backs are averaging, 100 yards a game. They're going to each probably get 1,000 yards this year. But so I like Michigan in this game. It is a tough spread. Obviously, I think Michigan will win. To cover 4.5, yeah, it seems a little sketchy. I'd like to see that. Their defense is legit. Michigan, they got Aiden Hutchinson, who's, going to be an All-American, top 10 pick, looking like. So we'll see. We'll see if they can control that running game. If they can control that running game of Michigan State, I think Michigan gets it done here. It's an early game, too, so that helps. That stadium won't be as nuts by a night game. So give me Michigan. Obviously, we're taking my blue, baby. Let's go. Woo!
Confidence level, not against the spread, but just a straight up win.
I would say against I'd say a win. Confidence level like a 7.5.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good for you, level. Man. That's pretty good for a man who's been beaten and broken by this team the last however many years.
Spread level, what is it? What was it? 4.5. Spread level like 3. It seems like a 3-point game. These games are always fucking stupid. Obviously, we've had some just heartbreakers against Michigan State in recent years, and this is a game. Michigan, if they win this. I don't know, man. It's a lot on the table if they win this game. I won't say it, but it's a huge game, and this team just feels different. Harbaugh, I don't know. They just play a different form. He's got a different vibe this year, and I just fuck Michigan State. I hate him, dude. I just can't wait to listen to this game on the radio. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think a certain podcast has that famous one of the most famous plays from this rivalry in their intro. So.
Yeah, it's real nice of you, bro. Appreciate it. What are you guys thinking on this game? How are we feeling?
Well, I'll give you my 2 cents. I think Michigan wins 24-21. I think Michigan State covers the spread. I am going to take the under on this, but I think Michigan actually comes out with a victory. Now, I think if this game was played Saturday night at 7 o'clock, I think Michigan State wins outright, but being that it's 11 o'clock in the morning, I agree with you, Bornia, on the fact that I don't think that the ambiance of the stadium is going to be as jacked up as it would at 7 o'clock at night after sitting out there and drinking beer for 8 hours. So, like I said, I think Michigan wins the game, but I think Michigan State covers the spread. And I am betting the farm on the under on this one. Right now it's sitting at 50. And I am cashing in my 401k, and I'm putting it all on the under on this game.
Interesting. An under lock. Crazy. Life's too short to bet the unders, man. Especially when you lock them up like that. I was going to ask you that, Borny. How do you feel a absolute big-time game like this being at 11 a.m.? I know you Big Ten guys are weird. You love your 11 a.m. games, but
yeah, it's weird. I mean, Michigan State Stadium is not that. It's kind of a smaller stadium too, so it's not like it's going to be that insane. It's like real small. It's small, real close to the stadium. If you ever seen those games, like the players' benches are like right by the wall where like the fans are. So that's kind of it's a romantic setting, I guess. Real small stadium, but. I don't. Okay, I said 7.5 confidence wise. I'm probably more like a 4.5, 5 inside. But I don't know. The more I think about this game, it's so hard at being a Michigan fan, being confident you're going to win a game, like what they've done to you in the last few years. But I mean, this year they've proved me wrong every game. Another tough road game. Fuck Wisconsin, Nebraska. If they can beat Michigan State on the road, dude, that's 3 big road wins, especially Michigan State. I think Michigan State's overperforming. I think Michigan is going to dominate them on the ground. I really do. I don't think Michigan State's seen an offense like this all year, obviously. And obviously they have a good running back too, so we'll see what happens. But give me, obviously got to take my Wolverines, no doubt here. It kind of sucks I have to work. Michigan's radio broadcasting guys are just horrendous, dude. They're so bad to listen. They're like 90 years old, and they got old man peanut butter mouth listening to it. They're retiring after this year. Thank God. They're just tough to listen to.
Yeah.
They're legends of Michigan football, but they're just hard to listen to at this point. So, yeah, I have to listen to that game on the radio, so that'll be stressing hard. So
that's brutal.
Can't wait. Yeah, it sucks. Is what it is.
Yeah, part of me feels like Michigan could run away with this game, but It's a rivalry game. I feel like these games are always close. It's going to come down to some kind of crazy bounce or turnover somewhere in the game. You know what Michigan's game plan is. They're going to pound the rock. They're going to rely on their defense. Michigan State likes to get some explosive plays and some quick strikes. So if they can do that, I think they can kind of offset Michigan's game plan a little bit. But being that it is a rivalry game and where the number is right now, I got to take Michigan State just based on the number.
Yeah, it's definitely the smart money's on Michigan. Yeah. Obviously, it opened up at 4.5, and it's down to 4 Michigan. So obviously, money's coming in on Spartans at home. It's a lot of points, and people just don't. And I think a little, watch that Northwestern game last week and how Michigan came out flat and kind of nerve wracking. And then look good in the second half. But Michigan does that. They're just always a team that, they're kind of like your Oregon Ducks. They just should be better than they are. Or like offense wise, they just feel like they're just missing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if that dips to 3, which I don't think it will, but if somehow it does, then yeah, I'll flip it. I'll be on Michigan. But 4 just seems like a good number. Feels like this is coming down to a field goal. So
sure,
agreed.
I actually missed one before I got into that one. Penn State going to Ohio State. Like I said at the beginning, kind of a little bit of the shine wore off on this one after Penn State last weekend. The Ohio State getting their minus 18.5 at home. Love Ohio State. This is a lock for me. They're going to absolutely destroy Penn State.
Yeah, I am a lock with you too, Z. I was going to say this earlier. I love Ohio State. Ohio State is fucking shitty as it is. They are just been absolutely murdering people. Their team is clicking. They are the team people thought they'd be at the beginning of the year. It's scary. Worst case scenario, doom scenario is starting to happen. Michigan and Ohio State maybe possibly both being 11-0, and we know what happens when that's 11-0. So we'll see. Ohio State. I've seen some crazy stats on their offense last week. Like they've been putting up some crazy points. 54, 66, 52, 59. Indiana, Maryland, Rutgers, and Akron. Not the best teams. I mean, it is what it is. You can say that, but they've still been scoring. So give me the Buckeyes at home. I think they're going to kill Penn State. I think Penn State's kind of a broken team, honestly.
Yeah, I think Penn State's,
I agree on this one. Yeah,
Penn State's defense is good, but they just don't have the offense to keep up, I don't think. And it'll be interesting too because this is the best defense Ohio State has played since Oregon. So we'll see. Yeah. Like you said, it's a bunch of trash teams. Sig, you on Ohio State here?
Yes, I am on Ohio State also.
I did see a thing that I can't think of the guy's name for Penn State. Their linebacker, he got hurt against Iowa, and ever since he got hurt, they've been getting gashed. So that's probably something to look after. I think he was kind of the heart and soul of that defense, and I don't know if he's playing this week. I think he's out for the year, honestly. So yeah, I think Ohio State, those receivers with that quarterback, they should just be murdering people. So it's not even fair. So Ohio State is going to absolutely destroy Penn State. End of the night game, too. So,
all right. Siggy, you got anything else on that game?
No, I think that's about sums it up. Ohio State's playing to get back into the playoffs. They're going to get into the Big Ten championship, destroy whoever they're going to play there, probably Iowa or whoever, doesn't matter. And it's. I think they're on a roll, and they're looking good, playing at home. I like it.
All right. So what's everyone's number one lock or mortgage bet of the week? I'm going Notre Dame. I don't know about you guys. That's my mortgage bet of the week. Sweater, anything you want. That's my number one best pick of the week. Notre Dame. Sorry, I kind of threw that one on you.
No, that's
I'm looking at my locks. I think normally I'd say Florida State money line, but I did say I'd retire from the show if Stanford doesn't cover, so I guess it's going to be Stanford.
Oh, that's right. Got the retirement game circled. That's right.
Well, I'm going to go with a over on the Kentucky-Mississippi State 47.
I like it. Cool. number one picks. I was just curious where we were all at. So yeah,
who's your guys' top 4 right now? Just like your personal bias, it could be it could be winless teams if it's just your favorite teams. But who's your guys'?
You've definitely got to go Georgia 1. I mean, it is what it is there with Georgia. You can't put. I don't think Cincinnati's number 2. Like, okay, this is what I think the best. Okay, I'm going like who I think are the best teams. I don't know who should be in there or deserves to be in there. I think it's Georgia, Bama, Ohio State, and at 4 you could go anyway. I mean, maybe a little bias with Michigan. You can go Michigan State. You can go Cincinnati at that 4 spot. Pittsburgh, or not? Excuse me, not Pittsburgh. Who's the other team in there? There's one more I'm missing.
Oklahoma.
Make sure. Fucking
Oklahoma's
Oklahoma, but I think
one.
It's the Bama, Georgia, Ohio State are the 3 best teams. It is what it is. You can't prove me otherwise. They are. I know Ohio State lost to Oregon, which crazy still to think about. I don't even know the way Oregon's been playing, but I think those are my top 3 and 4. Throwing 20 teams, I guess.
Yeah, right. What about you, Sig?
No, I agree with that. I think Georgia, Ohio State, and Alabama, top 3 teams. You know, you got Cincinnati, you got Michigan, not Oklahoma. I would take Cincinnati over Oklahoma. I think there's about 3 or 4 legit teams that could be a number 4, depending on how it plays out the last couple weeks. But I think Georgia, Ohio State, and Alabama are the 3 best teams in the country.
Yeah.
I actually disagree. I don't have Bama in my top 4 right now. Was that Shania Twain? They haven't impressed me much.
Yeah.
I mean,
I honestly think they just get bored and complacent, like especially against Texas A&M. I think they're just so good. I don't know. They kind of got caught off guard there.
Well, they lost to Texas A&M. Obviously played a close game against Florida, which you look what Florida is now. That's kind of a red flag to me. So right now I got I'm going to go Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and Wake Forest. Put some respect on their name. Put some respect on their name.
Come on, man. No. No. Wake
Hey, I said it was biased. I said it was whatever we want it to be.
That's fine. All right. You're right. I apologize for that snicker.
So you're taking at the end of the season, you take an undefeated Cincinnati over an undefeated ACC champion, Wake Forest?
Yes.
That's pretty big words right there for someone who's anti-Cincinnati. So
I know it is. That tells you how I feel about Wake Forest.
It's interesting.
I don't, as much of a non-believer in Cincinnati I am more of a non-believer in Wake Forest.
Yeah, I think Iowa, Wisconsin this weekend decides the Big Ten West. I know Minnesota still technically controls their own destiny, but they just can't get over that Wisconsin hump. So even if they went out, I think.
Yeah, the Big Ten West is wild.
Yeah.
I think Iowa has to win this game for them to. And again, it doesn't matter. You know, they're playing for a Rose Bowl. They're not playing for a playoff. That's Iowa. That's how Iowa is.
Yeah,
they'll be happy to lose the one game during the season against Purdue.
So
and then get blown out in the Big Ten championship and go out to the Rose Bowl. That would be they're jerking off on that season.
Who's that?
Yes,
Iowa.
Yeah,
I've been telling the guys at work I want an Oregon Iowa Rose Bowl so bad just to fucking embarrass them.
I saw that. That was a prediction I saw online. Iowa, Oregon Rose Bowl.
I would absolutely love that.
Do you think when Georgia and Bama are going to play in the SEC championship, right? Likely.
More than likely, yeah. I think Bama would have to lose one more, and Ole Miss would have to win out.
So say Georgia beats them. Does a 2-loss Bama team doesn't get in, right?
No, especially if they don't win the championship.
Yeah.
No.
The only thing that would suck, especially if you're not an SEC guy, is if Alabama somehow won that game. Because then almost both of them would get in, right? So that's 2 spots right there. So
yeah, it would be 1, someone 2, someone 3, Or no, they might put Georgia. They wouldn't put him 1-4 to like make him play again,
No,
would they?
no.
They'd go like 2 or 3, and then that would fuck Cincinnati probably. That would obviously if it was Ohio State, they'd put them in, or anybody who wins the Big Ten's going to get in. I think that would probably leave the Pac-12 out again. See,
I don't know. That goes back to the little debate we had. Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah,
Ohio State or Oregon. Do you go resume or do you go the head-to-head?
I know. Yeah, I mean, you have looked at Ohio State's schedule the last 4. They've been playing fucking shitty teams. They have been scoring a lot. So
yeah,
I don't know. You got to forget that before that, Oregon beat them, then they won like a 4-run heater. So who knows? It is college football. That's why it needs to be bigger, and that's why we love it. So
yeah, it's true. Damn, I had something. I forgot what I was going to say.
Gone like the wind, baby.
Yeah, she gone.
All right, boys, did we do it?
Oh, I was going to say, what about Notre Dame? What if they only lose one game?
No, I don't. No, they're not going to put them in. No, there's no way. I mean, they lost in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's probably not going to lose the rest of the year. So
that
they're not putting.
Because technically, if Cincinnati doesn't win, or if Cincinnati wins out, technically it's a good loss.
Yeah,
but I agree they wouldn't put them in. But then why would you put Ohio State in over Oregon based on the same argument?
Yeah, I don't know. The national media, I don't know. Playoff committee has loved Notre Dame recently, but you see what they do in a playoff, they just get absolutely fucking stomped.
So unless it's a really down year, they pretty much have to go 12-0, right?
Notre Dame. Yeah, I don't know. They do have a decent schedule. I mean, they do play some okay teams, but it's not their fault that USC's trash.
Yeah,
now.
Stanford's trash this year.
Yeah, it's not their fault. I mean, it is, but they have big names. That Cincinnati loss was bad at home, honestly, because I don't think Cincinnati's really that.
Yeah, that's true.
So now I think they're pretty much done. Unless some crazy shit happens, it's going to be, I don't think anyone's.
The only thing that Notre Dame has for them is that the fan base.
Right.
That no matter where they go, no matter where they go, where they play, there's Catholics, and they're going to support. You have a team like Iowa that plays out on the West Coast. I mean, who's going to go out to see that game? But Notre Dame goes out to the West Coast or down to Florida or wherever the hell they play in any bowl game. There's Catholics out there, so they're going to fill the stadium, and they're going to sell the tickets, and they're going to sell the T-shirts and all that kind of shit. So, that's the thing that Notre Dame has going for them, is that the fan base is nationwide, north, south, east, west. So, it's good money. It's good money for the NCAA to put Notre Dame in big bowl games, whether or not they deserve it.
For sure.
That's a good point. Yeah. All right. Another solid Saturday. Obviously, based on what we've seen so far, there's going to be some surprises. There's going to be some close games. Halloween weekend. I feel like it's always a crazy weekend. Yeah.
It's definitely going to be an all-time fan stand game.
Oh, yeah.
There's going to be so many, especially, and then you got the NFL on Sunday. There's going to be so many fucking wild fans are going to be out of control this week.
Yeah, you talk about Raiders fans every weekend's a fucking Halloween weekend for them. So,
yeah. All right, boys. Another good week. Yep. Good luck on everyone's bets. Good luck on everyone.
You too. Quality over quantity this weekend.
I agree with that as well. All right. Follow us on Twitter at OnlyBetsPod, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. If you somehow discover the show, give it a like, subscribe, spread the word. Let's get this money, boys.
All right, boys. Have a good night. Good talking to y'all. Go Blue, baby, as always.
Peace out.
Later.